Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about my updated opinions about the 6-hour p320 carry. I've been having it for basically 6 months. Been using it basically every time I've been out playing airsoft. So today we'll talk about my updated thoughts about it since I did the original video about it, and which if you're interested in the original video, my initial thoughts about it is on my channel. So if you want to go look at that. It's on my channel. But let's go over it. As you can see, I have gotten over the 6 months some battle damage or damage, which is to be expected when you use a gun quite often, as you can see here, and boom boom. So yeah, it has some damage on it as to be expected when you use a gun often. And the magazines the color on them has held up quite well. And yeah, but the only complaints I have about this pistol is if you're gonna take the top panel off up here to put a wet on it, only do it when you take the panel off, put the wet on, and of course I took this thing off maybe max 5 times. I took it off, and I experienced when I was out playing airsoft, I noticed this panel was loose. So I had to tighten the screws so it didn't fall off when I didn't lose my rear sights. So if you're gonna put a wet on it, only take the plate off once and then put wet on, so you don't have that problem. So the screws doesn't lose on their own. But that's basically it. I also bought for this. I bought a holster. Sorry, that's my neighbors. Fucking kids. I bought this holster with it, and not with it to it. But I noticed it comes out on its own, and the only way that doesn't come out on its own, it's you put it in a very specific way, like this, I believe. So I didn't like this holster I bought for it, so that was waste of money. I will put the brand name and the patent, whatever this is called, I can't remember right now, in the description, so you don't accidentally buy this, because this was not good. So I end up just buying a universal pistol holster, because that was easy and it was relatively inexpensive. So I basically just bought one of these universal ones and fitted to it. Yeah, just do that, because when I looked, there's not very many specific holsters for this gun. So yeah, just buy a universal one. Something I noticed about this gun when I used the holster over here and this holster, sometimes when there's a magazine in the gun, it's sometimes when you are of course sitting on your hip and you're running around, and sometimes the mag release would get hit, and when you have it on your what's called on your hip, sometimes it will press the mag release, and then the when you're running around, the magazine will get closed. Slowly just start when you're running around, just then the magazine will sort of fall out. So I don't know if it's the holster's fault or if it's just where the magazine release is on this gun. But so a couple of times I've had accidentally dropped the magazine. That's something to keep in mind. I haven't lost the magazine yet, so just keep that in mind. But yeah. It's basically the most accurate pistol I've owned. I've owned 4 or 5 pistols. I've owned a 1911, I owned a Beretta, and I've owned a Umovex Glock, which has also have a video on my channel if you want to see that. It's on my channel. But yeah, it's probably pretty freaking accurate. And after 6 months of using it, the trigger is still really good. There's no fault there. And like the slide is still pretty tight. It isn't loose and anything. It's pretty still tight. So yeah, it hasn't really worn as much as I expected, which is pretty good. But I wish that what's called the plate up here doesn't get loose when you have taken off a couple times, because that's fucking annoying. As I can show you here, just take the slide off. There's these 3 screws in here where that tightens this bottom this plate and this rear sides. So sometimes I had to tighten these, and that's fucking annoying. But yeah, so I basically just put some super glue on the screws, like smear them in that, and try and tighten the screws in, because I don't feel like I don't expect to put a wet dot on this, because I don't want to spend what's like 750 kroner. I don't know how much that is in dollars or euros, but hell no, I'm not spending that on fucking wet dot. The sides works just fine. But I can show you on the inside here. There isn't really that much wear on the finish. There's the most of the color is still in here. That's pretty much still there. Something I noticed after making the original video is the hop-up tool I talked about in the first video. If you haven't seen that, go back and watch it. But the adjustment tool for the hop-up, and when I tried to use that, it didn't feel like it did much. And when I was trying to adjust the hub to line with the sights when I was shooting it with 28 gram BBs, because that's the same BBs I use on my AK, EML AK. If you want to see that, go to my channel. But the same BBs I use in that, I use in this because I don't feel like buying 2 separate BB types because I want to use a pistol and a rifle, and but this gun shoots really well with 28 gram BBs. Yeah, I have BBs just lying around. Any wheel airsoft that actually has at least couple BBs on his floor or around his workstation. If you don't have them, you're not real airsoft. Yes, just have to. But yeah, it's actually kind of impressed of the lack of wear on the metal in here, because on my UX Glock it's much worse. But yeah, and if you're gonna strip this down to take the spring here out and all that stuff, make sure to watch a video or something like that, because I will not try to do this. It was a pain in the ass to figure out how this thing went together. But yeah, it's, as you can see, there's not on the bottom part here. There isn't much wear at all. It all still works as it should. Oh shit, the thing. Oh, okay. The hammer still has all the oomph in as it had when I bought it. And rails here isn't in the slide aren't worn out at all. The slide catch still works after 6 months of constant use, and it's actually surprising how little wear it took on it from 6 months of use. But oh shit. Bang, it works. But yeah, that's basically my thoughts about this new, not new, but a pistol. It's pretty freaking solid. If you can get your hands on one, definitely recommend it. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.